Good afternoon, everybody. It's Miss Morgan with the Williston Community Library, bringing you today's STEAM activity. So today we are going to be making some snowflakes using toothpicks and marshmallows. If you've had a chance to pick up a kit, we have everything that is needed included in them. If you haven't been able to pick up a kit, you just need toothpicks, marshmallows, or we still have a couple available, so if you wanted to swing by and pick them up, we will be open this weekend from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and I'm going to use half of a toothpick, and I'm going to actually connect 2 marshmallows together for my center. And then I'm going to decide exactly how I want my snowflake to look. So I think I'm going to, I stuck 1 toothpick through all the way, and I think I'm going to, and if you picked up a kit, I tried to get the marshmallows not to get hard, but they are. I tried really hard to make sure that they didn't get like stale, but they did. But that's okay. I decided to go a different route with my thing. So this is going to be my middle point now, and I'm going to So here is my snowflake so far. I'm going to put my marshmallows on the ends here. And you can make it as intricate as you would like, or you can make it as simple as you would like. You could make more than one. You could make just one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break my toothpick in half here. And break another one. All right. So like I said, you can make your snowflakes, you can make your snowflakes as intricate as you'd like, as detailed as you'd like, or as simple as you would like. There's many different ways that you can do them. You could look them up on, I saw some really cool ideas when I was looking on Pinterest and on Google when I found this activity. So you could look on there if you want ideas on how to make it a little more unique and different, or you can just do like I did, make a simple one. You should have plenty of supplies to make more than one if you would like to. All right, and now that I'm done with mine, I'm only going to make one for now. What we're going to do is we are going to read a book called Curious About Snow. And this is by Gina Shaw. Have you ever built a snow fort, or tossed snowballs, or caught a snowflake on your tongue, or wished you could try this where you lived? Snow often makes people stop what they're doing to watch it fall from the sky. But what is snow, and how is it formed? To snow, the temperatures must be below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, or 0 degrees Celsius. The freezing point of water, water vapor, a gas that is produced when water evaporates, sticks to a cold speck in a cloud and makes it wet. This speck can be a particle of soil or salt left over from the ocean water that evaporated. It can be pollen from a flower or ash from a volcano, among other things. Inside the cloud, more water vapor stick to the wet speck and forms a water droplet. This droplet freezes into a ball of ice, and more water vapor sticks to it. The ball of ice begins to grow into a hexagon-shaped ice crystal. Branches on the 6 corners begin to sprout. The new branches keep growing and forming little arms of their own. Water vapor sticks to the crystal's 6 corners first, since they stick out out farther than any other part of the crystal. As the 6 corners grow and push outward, they begin to form arms. This process is called branching. Soon, an amazing snow crystal forms. To scientists, snowflakes and snow crystals are the same thing. The snow crystal keeps growing as it falls through the cloud. The size of the snowflake depends on how many ice crystals connect together. An average-sized snowflake is usually made up of 200 ice crystals and 180 billion molecules of water. The shape of the snowflake is determined by the temperature and humidity of the air. The colder the air temperature, the sharper the tips of the snow crystals will be. At warmer temperatures, snow crystals grow slower, and their shapes are less sharp. Snow crystals usually form simpler shapes when the humidity is low, and more complex shapes when it's high. When a snowflake becomes heavy enough, it falls through the cloud to the ground. It continues to grow and change as it falls toward the earth. If the ground is cold enough, the snowflake will stick to it and won't melt right away. How do we know as much as we do about snowflakes? A man named Wilson A. Bentley loved snow so much he studied it for most of his life. Bentley was born on February 9th, 1865. He grew up and worked on his family farm in Jericho, Vermont, in the heart of the snow belt. The yearly snowfall in Jericho was about 120 inches. It was a perfect place to learn about snow. As a young boy, Bentley enjoyed studying the world around him, from butterflies, leaves, and spiderwebs, to weather conditions, raindrops, and snowflakes. Bentley loved catching a single snowflake and studying them. Bentley's mother gave him an old microscope for his 15th birthday. Looking at snowflakes through his microscope, he was amazed by the beautiful crystals and by how many different types of snowflakes he found. For 3 winters, Bentley drew 100 snowflakes a year, but the snow crystals always melted before he could finish drawing them. This was very frustrating to him. When Bentley was 17, his parents bought him a bellows camera and a new microscope. He attached the microscope to the camera and spent the next 2 years trying to photograph snowflakes. Snowflakes are very difficult to photograph because they melt so quickly. But finally, on January 15, 1985, when he was 19 years old, Bentley became the first person ever to photograph a single snowflake. He then went on to capture more than 5,000 images of snow crystals. Because of his amazing work, he became known as the Snowflake Man and was often called Snowflake Bentley. Many colleges and universities around the world bought Bentley's snow crystal photographs. He published about 60 articles in magazines and journals. His book, Snow Crystals, was published in 1931, the same year that he died. Snow crystals contained more than 2,400 photographs. Bentley wanted people to be able to study and enjoy his snowflake photographs. His mission was to record something that disappeared very quickly. Wilson Bentley proved that snowflakes had different shapes, but almost all had 6 sides. Star-shaped snowflakes are called the stellar dentries. They have 6 arms that branch out from a center point. The center point is the speck that started the crystal. These snow crystals form when the temperature is about 5 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 15 degrees Celsius. This shape is the one most people think of as the snowflake. Hexagonal plate snowflakes don't have arms. The points are the beginning of the arms that were just starting to develop when the crystal fell out of its cloud and stopped growing. These snowflakes form when the temperature is near 28 degrees Fahrenheit or near 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Sometimes a star pattern can be seen in the center of a hexagonal plate. Modern scientists and photographers have continued Wilson Bentley's work. Their photographs, like his, tell us more about different snowflakes. A stellar plate is a snowflake whose shape fans out like a star. Stellar plates may have bumps or simple arms without branches. They are more common than hexagonal plate snowflakes. Needles are very thin snowflake crystals. They may be solid, hollow, or partly hollow. They grow when the temperature is about 23 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 5 degrees Celsius. Column snow crystals have 6 sides. These crystals can be solid, hollow, or capped. They can be short and squat or long and thin. Column snowflakes form very high in the clouds and at very cold temperatures. They are tiny. Snow crystals that fall as columns make for very slippery snow. It is highly unlikely that any 2 snowflakes ever look the same. They all form in their own way, even though they start with the same structure. So much can happen as snow crystals fall to the earth. For example, if water droplet passes close to one arm, that arm might grow faster. Soon, that arm will be a lot longer than the others. For this reason, most snowflakes are not perfect. They may grow unevenly, break, melt, and refreeze, or come in contact with other crystals. A snow crystal might be a twin. It can have 12 arms. This happens when 2 ice crystals start from one speck and form on top of each other. Some snowflakes have little bumps on them. These bumps are called rime. Sometimes water droplets strike the crystal and freeze on contact. This causes rime. As pretty as snowflakes can be, snow can be dangerous. Heavy snow can strand drivers, block deliveries, and disrupt emergency services. Buildings can collapse under the weight of too much snow. Trees and power lines can come down. Here are some winter storms to watch out for. A snowstorm is a storm with a large amount of falling snow. Billions of snowflakes fall in every snowstorm. During a thundersnow, thunder rumbles and lightning flashes. Sometimes as much as 2 inches of snow per hour will fall. Blizzards are snowstorms that contain large amounts of snow or blowing snow. Winds are usually more than 35 miles an hour. Visibility is less than a quarter mile. A blizzard continues for more than 3 hours. An avalanche, also called a snowslide, is a moving mass of snow that slides down a mountain. It may contain ice, soil, rocks, and uprooted trees. The avalanche moves faster and becomes more powerful as it gets closer to the bottom of the slope. This can cause even the smallest avalanche to be a major disaster. Snowflakes and snowstorms can set records. Here are some snow facts by the number. The average snowflake measures 1/2 inch. You need a magnifying glass to see its shape. Some of the largest snowflakes range from 3 to 4 inches in length. About 12% of Earth's land surface is covered with snow and ice. The most snow to fall in one day was 6 feet in Silver Lake, Colorado in 1921. The most snowfall over the course of a year was at Mount Rainier, Washington. It snowed 94 feet from February 19th, 1971 through February 19th, 1972. People around the world celebrate winter and the snow it brings with winter festivals. Kids like to celebrate too. Whenever there's snow, you'll see somebody rolling and shaping it to build a snow person, or digging through it to build a snow cave, or whooshing down a hill on a sled, snow tube, snowboard, or skis. What is your favorite snow activity? The end. All right, everybody. So that is going to conclude today's snowflake activity. We hope that you enjoyed it. We would love to see pictures of the cool snowflakes that you've come up with. If you'd like to send them to us on Messenger, or you can email us at library@ci.williston.nd.us. Thank you guys for joining me, and we'll see you next time.